terminal velocity. This terminal velocity is dependent on velocity. So this terminal velocity is dependent on the Stokes law. So you have studied in our last section about the Stokes law, right? So you have to remember that we are going to need it in terminal velocity. So terminal velocity, we have to find out the derivation for it. So I have, for the Stokes law, I have drawn one diagram, right? So this is a beaker, and in this I am going to take a viscous fluid. Okay, this is the viscous fluid, and if I am going to drop a spherical body in this, let us say that it is a sphere, okay, or a spherical body, then what will happen? This sphere is not going to stay over here, it will come down. So downward force will be acting on it. So let us say that this downward force is nothing but what? Fg. But what will happen? The liquid will not support this. So therefore what will happen? The liquid is also going to apply a force in upward direction, and this upward direction is nothing but called as what? Buoyant force. Have you studied that buoyant force in your 10th standard, 9th standard, right? So buoyant force is nothing but what? This we are going to let us say that this is called as what? Upthrust. So upthrust plus the viscous force is nothing but what? The upward force. Upward force may come in two types. So therefore, which types of upward force are going to act? It is the upthrust and the viscous force on this sphere. Okay. So upthrust, what do you mean by the upthrust? Upthrust is nothing but the weight of the body displayed in the liquid, or by it is the weight of the liquid displaced by the submerged body in the liquid. Okay, so this is called as what? Upthrust. So upthrust is nothing but what? Mg, and this, for this force is also mg. So this mg is due to the sphere, and this upthrust is nothing but due to the liquid. This thing you have to understood. So terminal velocity, the basic formula or general equation is nothing but what? Total downward force, and just write it here, force is equal to total upward force. Okay, so this thing you have to remind, okay, or remember. Okay, so total downward force. So there are three parts: total downward force, total upward force. This we have to find out. So let us find out the total upward force. Okay, so first thing we have to find out what? Total downward force is equal to what? Mg, that is nothing but the weight of the sphere, which is equal to m. We have already find out for a lot of time the mass of any object or any liquid. So mass is nothing but we have to take what? Density. So density is equal to mass upon volume. So therefore mass is equal to volume into density, and volume is nothing but volume of what we are going to take. It is sphere. Okay, so volume of the sphere is nothing but what? Volume into rho into g, 4 by 3 pi r cube rho g, right? So this is the total downward force. Now second thing we have to find it what? Total upward force. So upward force is having two types of things, that is upthrust plus viscous force, and this viscous force we have find out in Stokes law. So that formula we are going to use in this. So upthrust is nothing but the mass into gravity plus viscous force. So viscous force is nothing but what? It is what we have find out in this Stokes law. It is nothing but what? 6 pi eta r v, right? So mass what mass we are going to use here? It is the mass occupied, the weight of the liquid displaced by the submerged body. So that mass we have to find out. So it will be 4 by 3 pi r cube. Here we are going to take sigma. So sigma is nothing but what? Density. Density of liquid, which is equal to again mass upon volume. Okay, and this rho is called as what? Density of sphere. So you have to remind this. The density of sphere we are denoting it by rho, and density of liquid we are denoting it by sigma. So therefore sigma and then G. You can see that this formula and this formula is similar, only the density we are going to take different. So here we are going to take rho and here we are going to take sigma. Okay. So these are the two formulas which we have to put here. So plus 6 pi eta r v. Okay. So let us put these two values in the above equation, general equation. Let me clear this. So what will be the formula? Total downward force is this much. So 4 by 3 pi r cube rho g is equal to total upward force. It was what? The viscous force plus upthrust. Okay, so what was the viscous force? It was 6 pi eta r v plus it was 4 by 3 pi r cube sigma g. Now we have to find out, just we have to solve this equation. Okay, so what things we are seeing in this pi gets cancelled. Okay, so what we have to find out is velocity. So this term we can take it on this side. So what it will be? It will be, if you take this term on this side, it will be 4 by 3 pi gets cancelled r cube rho g. This will come on this side, it will become minus 4 by 3 r cube sigma g 6 eta r v. Okay, so this what things will be common over here? 4 by 3 r cube g, and into bracket will be rho minus sigma, which is equal to 6 eta r v. Okay, so this is the formula, and you need velocity. So no need for this here, this term, so it will be going on other side. So it will become what? Let us see. So I am writing this term over here v, and if these terms will go here, it will be division. So 4 by 3 r cube g into bracket rho minus sigma divided by 6 eta r. 1 r gets cancelled, it will become 2. So therefore what you will get? 4. This 2's are, and this will be 3. So it will become 2 upon 3 3's are 9. Here 1 r was getting cancelled over here. So therefore square g bracket rho minus sigma divided by, it is eta. Okay, so this is the formula you got from what? The upward for this, how you got this formula? By using what? Total downward force is equal to total upward force. So upthrust, I have told you what do you mean by upthrust. It is nothing but the weight of the liquid which is occupied by the submerged body. Okay, so how much weight of the liquid is occupied by the submerged body? That we have find out. It is nothing but mg. So here I am going to write upthrust. It is nothing but what? mg. Okay, so this formula we have find out. So I think so you have understood what how we have derived the formula for terminal velocity. So in the next lecture we will see Bernoulli's equation or equation of continuity. Okay, so thank you for watching.